Okay, so you've heard the buzz, right? It's in every boardroom, every tech blog. AI coding tools are here, and they're promising this incredible 10x productivity revolution. It sounds like the ultimate cheat code, a massive surge in speed that's just too good to ignore. But that's exactly why we're calling this the 10x trap. Because what if that speed isn't free? What if it's more like a high-interest loan? You know, the kind that feels great at first, but then the payments come due, and they're crushing. Today, we're going to open up the case file on this hidden cost. To really get what's going on, we have to look at the evidence. And right from the start, you see clues that seem to point in two totally opposite directions.
And yeah, the evidence is pretty wild. On one hand, a huge GitHub Copilot study found that developers were getting tasks done almost 56% faster. That's amazing. But on the other hand, a separate trial found that developers using AI actually saw their mastery scores, their real deep understanding, drop by 17 points. So they got way faster at spitting out answers, but they got worse at knowing why the answers were right in the first place.
And this really gets to the heart of it. That big speed boost, it happens in the part of the job that's basically just typing. But that's only about 10 to 20% of what software engineering actually is. The other 80 or 90%, the hard stuff like design, testing, security, maintenance, that's where these hidden costs really start to add up. And this creates a really dangerous situation we're calling the verification gap. Get this. A recent survey found that 96% of developers don't fully trust the code that AI generates. And yet, less than half of them are actually checking it properly before it goes live into production. Just let that sink in for a second. We are knowingly shipping code that we don't trust. That is a gigantic organizational risk just waiting to blow up. And this isn't some academic theory. Leaders are seeing the fallout right now. One of the first warning signs? You've got an engineer who just shipped a new feature, but when a client asks the tough question, they can't confidently explain how it works or what might make it break. They've optimized for speed, not for ownership. This risk that's quietly piling up in the background, well, it needs a name. So we're calling it AI coding debt. It's the price you're going to pay tomorrow for the speed you're celebrating today. Now, let's meet the two main culprits.
Our prime suspect is comprehension debt. Think of it as the growing gap between what your software system is actually doing and what your team can confidently explain, debug, and fix, especially at 3 a.m. when everything's on fire.
So how do you know if you're racking up this debt? Well, the symptoms are pretty painful. Your developers can't explain the weird edge cases in their own code. When a big incident happens, debugging takes forever because the team is basically learning how the code works for the first time. Your on-call engineers start avoiding certain parts of the system because the AI wrote that. And then the big one, your clients start to lose faith because you can't explain your own product. Now, comprehension debt doesn't work alone. It has an accomplice, verification debt. This is the gap that opens up when you start generating code way, way faster than you can actually check it for bugs, security holes, and just plain old correctness. And the data here is fascinating. AI doesn't just make work disappear. A lot of times, it just moves it somewhere else. That same survey found that 38% of developers say that reviewing AI-generated code is actually more work than reviewing code from a human colleague. So you haven't saved time, you've just created a new and sometimes harder bottleneck in your process. So there it is, that's the formula. AI coding debt is this toxic cocktail of comprehension debt plus verification debt. It's the future cost of the code you're shipping today that your organization can't fully understand or properly check. Okay, so we've laid out the problem and it sounds pretty grim, but how do we actually fix it? Well, the answer is a strategy we call the Supervisability Playbook. This is how you get all the good stuff from AI without falling into that debt trap. This playbook has 3 main moves. First, you have to completely redefine what productivity even means for your team. Second, you install some new process checks called comprehension gates. And third, you have to consciously invest in your team's ability to verify code. Step 1, stop measuring sheer volume, things like lines of code or story points closed. Those are vanity metrics. Instead, start measuring stability. Use proven metrics from the DORA framework, like change failure rate. Start tracking how often AI-generated code has to be fixed or rewritten. When something breaks, figure out where that change came from. These are the numbers that tell you if you're getting better, not just busier. Step 2, put up some guardrails that force people to understand the code. We call them comprehension gates.
You can create an explain before merge rule where the developer has to write down what the code is supposed to do. For really critical stuff, use a teach-back rule where they have to verbally explain it to a reviewer. And please, no more of these massive 1,000-line code dumps from an AI that nobody can possibly review. This all boils down to a pretty fundamental shift in mindset. The goal isn't just to delegate our thinking to a machine. It's to use AI as a partner in reasoning. It's what we call effort-preserving AI use, where the human is always the final authority, the one who truly owns the code's quality and intent.
So, after looking at all the evidence, what's our final verdict in this whole investigation? It turns out the goal we've all been chasing has been misidentified. The real competitive advantage in the age of AI, well, it's not what most people think it is. Here's the bottom line. The winning organizations of the future won't be the ones that generate the most code the fastest. They'll be the ones that can supervise the most change safely, reliably, and with total confidence. That is the new gold standard. And that leaves us with one final question for you to take back to your team, to your next meeting. Your developers are probably shipping more code than ever before. But do they, and more importantly, do you, actually know how any of it works?